So this whole forget what you know thing with Black Ops 4 is just becoming more and more true. What's up, guys? Schmidt here. Welcome back to another video. And I was in the middle of working on an update for the new Call of Duty World War II event that just went live today. For those of you that are interested, the new Blitzkrieg event is live in COD World War II, so make sure you guys go check that out. I may cover that later. But we got some more important, like crazy breaking news that just went live probably 10 minutes ago, and it's coming straight from Charlie Intel. I'll have the picture for you guys on screen. Polygon sources say that Treyarch is not doing campaign in Call of Duty Black Ops 4. And they said that as the release date of Black Ops 4 approached, it became evident that a single-player campaign would not be completed, and that they want to focus more on multiplayer and zombies this year by expanding those modes. So holy crap, I just threw a ton of information at you guys right there, and this is insane. This is massive breaking news. It sounds like, and these sources are very, very legitimate. Like, these aren't just people coming out here saying stuff. Like, these are legitimate sources that over 90% of the time, probably closer to 100%, end up being right. Charlie Intel even said that they heard about this about a month ago, but they didn't really have official, like, legitimate sources and confirmation, but now it sounds like that they do. And so by all the looks of it, it looks like Black Ops 4 will not have a campaign this year, which is super interesting because one of the things that we were trying to dissect when Black Ops 4 was rumored and then officially announced was like, where are they going to go with this story? I mean, they had Black Ops 1 and 2 surrounding Alex Mason and Frank Woods. Black Ops 3 went a totally different route that not a lot of people enjoyed, and it had nothing to tie in with the first Black Ops. And we're like, okay, is Black Ops 4 going to be, like, you know, a tie-in with, you know, back with Alex Mason and Frank Woods? Is it going to be a tie-in with the Black Ops 3 story? Is it going to be something entirely different? And, you know, everything has been talked about that the game is going to be set in the year 2020. So where are they going to go with the story of Black Ops? And it sounds like they're just not going to do anything with it at all, and they're going to put a heavy focus this year on multiplayer and zombies. Now, first I was blown away. I was like, what? They're not going to touch on this Black Ops story at all? Like, are you kidding me? They're not going to go back to it. But the more I objectively think about this decision here, I like it a lot. And I'm going to tell you guys why. I'll give you guys a few reasons personally from me why I think that this could end up being a very good move. First of all, take a look at this year with Call of Duty World War II. The multiplayer just was not done by the time that the game came out. It was not ready to be put out there, and now that we're, you know, a few months into the game, it's a lot more completed, and that's what has made Call of Duty World War II a lot more fun. Now that it's polished, it's finished, it feels like a more complete multiplayer, and there's a lot more content in the game now. The last thing that we need is a repeat of that, to where the focus on a single player story is taking away from what we're getting in multiplayer, and especially in zombies with that community. Now look, I love stories in video games, right? I mean, they are absolutely fantastic, and the Black Ops series story has been a great one. But if we're being totally honest with ourselves here, Call of Duty is a multiplayer-driven franchise. The big thing a lot of people care about with Call of Duty is the multiplayer. So to put your entire focus on that alongside with zombies and trying to expand those and make those better so that they don't just last for 2 months and people get bored of them and then you load them with supply drop DLC, I think that's a really good move on their part. I mean, one of the big problems this year with World War II was the lack of content, which, like I said, now it's fixed. However, by, you know, just removing any focus on a single player story mode, they can give us like more content than we've ever seen before at launch and continue that going forward throughout the year with DLC content. I really, really like this move, and I'll give you guys an example of not really a way that this worked, but just an example of why that this makes sense as a decision. Respawn Entertainment, the creators of Titanfall, were known for not putting a campaign in their first Titanfall game. It literally just had multiplayer. It had no campaign to it at all. There was like a kind of a story in there, but they left campaign out because a very small percentage, I don't remember the exact number now, but a very small percentage of people that play multiplayer games actually go out and complete the campaign. Now, whether that's one of you or not, and I'm one of those people that usually does complete the campaigns, and I really like them. Like this year for World War II, the campaign was amazing. But I played it once, took me probably 5-6 hours, I don't know, somewhere around there to beat it. And even throughout that time, and especially now, like, I'm 95+% focused on the multiplayer. Like, that's really what I care about. Like, yeah, they made a good story, but I mean, it's not something I'm going to go back to or something I'm going to rant and rave about. It's like, yeah, it was a good story, good job. You know, now we're moving on to the multiplayer. And it sounds like that this is going to give us, hopefully, a really good multiplayer this year. I mean, Treyarch has been killing it with multiplayer ever since, you know, like World at War and, of course, the Black Ops series. They've always killed it with multiplayer. So allowing them to focus even more on that and give us just more content. And another thing that I really like this year is that the multiplayer won't have to be linked totally with the campaign. They can just go out and make whatever multiplayer they want. So a lot of people that don't really care for campaign never really grasp this information. But for those of you guys that don't know, the multiplayers always feed off of what the campaign is based around. So I keep using World War II as an example. I'll use it again here because it's a World War II game and it's a World War II kind of... It's a story that's trying to be historically accurate and use a lot of accurate things in its story. They wanted to kind of keep some of that same stuff in the multiplayer. But, you know, for people that play multiplayer, like, we want content. We want stuff that's a little crazy. Like, we want camos that are pretty flashy. Like, we don't want basic, just bland stuff. We want a lot of content. We want just like flashy stuff. We want colors. We want a bunch of content. We don't want that limited because the campaign makes it be so. Or, you know, if it's a modern set campaign, why can't we, you know, throw in a few little future things here and there, some past things here and there? You know, why do we have to be limited because of what the story is centered around? I think by eliminating this, it allows just for more of a reach to what the multiplayer can do. It can just include a lot of aspects that aren't really limited because the story is set in, you know, X year or whatever. But the big thing is it allows Treyarch, a great multiplayer development team, to focus even more on that and give us a lot of content, hopefully at launch. Hopefully more than we've ever seen, you know, at the very least, you know, around the same amount that we've seen. You know, could you imagine, like, getting, like, I don't know, 16, 17 multiplayer maps at launch? I think that would be insane to have. More guns than we've ever seen at launch, like a bunch of perks, you know, whatever it's going to be. I'm not really sure what it entails. We'll find out in exactly 1 month from today because, of course, it's April 17th. May 17th is the official community reveal, so exactly 1 month from today, we're going to know a lot about the Black Ops 4 multiplayer, which is really exciting, but I'm really excited for this news. Like I said, at first it shocked me, and I was like, oh man, they're really not going to touch on this story here with Black Ops 4. That really sucks, but the more I thought about it, I'm like, you know what, for the longevity of the game and for the multiplayer, which, like I said, is what people play a lot, and after you beat the story, I mean, who goes back to the story other than, you know, maybe a couple times just for nostalgia purposes? I mean, does anybody really go back and play the story over and over and over? No, you buy Call of Duty for the multiplayer, man. I think this is a really good move for them. And, you know, if you want a good story, if you want to have a good campaign or whatever, like, go out and play games that really center around that. There's so many good games that do great stories. For a multiplayer-focused franchise to kind of dabble in on that and try to put a focus on that rather than the things that they're really known for is silly. And I really like this move to focus on the things that people really want. And like I said, this forget what you know thing is becoming a bigger part every single day of Black Ops 4. But I want to know what you guys think down below about all this. Does it upset you that Call of Duty Black Ops 4 will not have a campaign? Like I said, this isn't even totally confirmed, but it's pretty close. So are you upset that this game won't have a campaign? Are you excited for what it could entail for multiplayer and zombies? And give me one reason, or even more if you guys want to, down below how you think that this could help Call of Duty Black Ops 4 or even in the future if they continue to do this, and or one reason you think it could hurt the franchise. I want to know that down below from you guys. You know, personally, like, it sucks it's not going to have a story, but I really think it's going to be good for this game in the long run, and hopefully will bring more longevity to Call of Duty multiplayer this coming year with Black Ops 4. But we're going to know a lot more information and confirmed information here 1 month from now on the official community reveal event. I'm really excited. Sorry for no Call of Duty World War II, you know, update video today for you guys, but you know what, I felt that this information was a lot bigger and, you know, a lot more people would want to hear about this rather than the hundreds of videos talking about the new update in World War II today. So if you guys enjoyed the video today, make sure to smack the Schmidt out of the like button down below. Like I said, let me know your thoughts about no campaign in Black Ops 4. If you guys want to stay up to date with all Call of Duty news, whether it be World War II and stuff upcoming with Black Ops 4, you guys are in the right place. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and turn the notifications on so you know when those videos go live. Hopefully you guys all have a good one. I will see you guys on another video. So long, everybody.